Yo, welcome back to another episode of Fumbles and Floaters. Fumbles and Floaters Nation, how we feeling, man? This is a rough week for NFL, but I'm Blake.
Bobby Buckets.
Let's get right into it.
All right, let's get right into it. This week, like he said, it wasn't that great. It's a lot of blowouts, but there's still some stuff to talk about, you know. So started with Thursday night football, Patriots and Rams. The Rams pretty much dominate the Patriots. They win 24-3, and really, to be honest, I mean, the Patriots offense is catching up to them, just not having enough offense. If they're not able to create turnovers on defense, then they're screwed because they have no passing game. They try to run the football, and they really don't break that many big plays and nothing like that. So the Rams really just handle them. I mean, there's not much to say. Cam Newton, I mean, he's ran the football well for them. He has a lot of rushing to him, but he can't throw the football for them. So, what do you got for me on this game?
I mean, the same as you. I mean, I think it's good the Rams are hitting their stride at a really good time. They're doing what they're supposed to against bad teams. But for the Patriots, I was just thinking, I'm like, what do they do next? I mean, I don't think Cam's a bad QB. Like he's gonna be on a roster, backup, tight end, QB, whatever it's gonna be. He's gonna be on a roster, but they got to do something. But it's also not all Cam's fault, dude. Their receivers are bad. They're not giving them any help. Like Edelman's been out, so it's who else do they got?
Yeah, they don't really have receivers, and it's kind of something the Patriots usually kind of have too. Like they don't have the best receivers, but like they always work for Tom Brady the way he plays, and
Yeah,
obviously they always have Edelman. So, but like you never have like a DeAndre Hopkins besides when they had like Randy Moss for that
yeah.
short period of time. But yeah, I think for the Patriots, I mean, obviously they need to get their players back that sat out because of COVID.
True. Yeah.
Um, and then just, I mean, like you said, they need weapons. They need weapons. They probably they're going to need a quarterback regardless whether they get one.
For sure.
You know, we always talk about these kind of quarterbacks that haven't shown out and maybe need a second chance somewhere, like a Darnold,
Very true.
Trubisky, something like that. Maybe you get one of those or you can draft one, but I mean, it's tough. It's always
That's
tough
true.
with the rookie quarterbacks. You never know. So, um, it'll be interesting for them moving forward, but I think they'll be fine. They've competed this year. They've been a tough. And I think in this game, like they did well defensively against the pass, but they just couldn't stop Akers. Akers had 171 rushing yards, so it's kind of like if they don't stop the run, and then like it's gonna be tough because they've been relying on their defense all year, and it's worked a little bit. They were in the hunt, but now they're pretty much done. So they'll have a mid-tier pick, so it's not like they get a Trevor Lawrence or a Justin Fields. So
That's all I was gonna say. You brought up a really good point about trading for one of those kind of mid QBs. An interesting thing because the Jaguars are gonna take Fields. Maybe they try to get a Minshew or a Letton from down there because they're not gonna play them as much. So yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Instead of trying to draft one, get one that's maybe underperformed but isn't like trash. So
yeah, and
it's
maybe
a
it'll
good idea
help being with the Patriots. Obviously, they need weapons too, where you get one of those mid-tier quarterbacks, and then you can draft weapons
for
for them.
sure. Yeah,
That kind of
absolutely.
that's kind of the best route, I think.
Good idea.
Next up, one more thing too. The Rams, I mean, they're in a really good position for the playoffs too. So
Yeah, really good.
I think they're leading the division still. So
Mm-hmm.
next up, Titans at Jaguars. The Titans handled this game. Derrick Henry went crazy. He had over 200 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, the Jags, they they go with they had Minshew in, they had Glennon in. They both threw for over 20 passes. I mean, there's not much to say. It's the Jaguars. They won one game, and I don't know, like the Titans just grown man them pretty much.
Dude, Derrick Henry does this every year versus the Jaguars. Like every time he plays them, it's like a lot for 200 yards, and it's so sad. I feel bad for Jacksonville. But I mean, it's kind of the same thing with the Titans as it's the Rams. They did what they're supposed to do. These are good, not like good wins, and you learn a lot, but good wins more so in the fact that they're kind of gaining this momentum that they can keep carrying to the playoffs. Jaguars just lose and try to get Fields. That's pretty much that's. I mean, that'll be great for them because It's weird. The Jaguars don't have a terrible team. I don't feel like. I mean, they could get better 100%, but I mean, like their receivers have
Yeah,
been maybe they've just been overperforming. Robinson, their running back, but
yeah.
um,
To be fair though, they've been like we talked about this before the last couple of weeks. Like
yeah,
they've
exactly,
been in games that they're not supposed to be in. So,
exactly,
um, but they just can't finish them or win. So
for sure.
it's kind of iffy with them. But they're gonna have another top pick, which it seems like they always do. Um, like you said, I mean earlier, do they take Fields?
They have to, dude. You have to.
It's tough. I don't know. Like maybe that helps. Maybe, but it just seems like there's always a cycle with the Jaguars. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but
don't.
the last time they took a high quarterback, they took Blake Bortles, dude. And Fields is like so much. He's like 19,000 times better. Like Fields looks NFL ready. It took
What?
Blake
What was
Bortles. NFL
that?
ready, man.
Yeah, no. They probably got to take Fields. I mean, they're looking at what the second pick right after Trevor Lawrence goes to the Jets. I mean, it's pretty much set in stone. But yeah, I don't know. It's not looking good for the Jaguars. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not. No.
Next up, Vikings and Bucks. This was a big game for Minnesota because they were kind of in the wild card hunt, and the Bucks actually they were only a game ahead of them, so they could have actually tied with them if they
Wow.
won this game. But the Buccaneers win this game. They pretty much controlled most of the game. They were up 23-6 in the third quarter at one point. So the Bucks look solid. They looked solid this game. It wasn't like they didn't wow you, I felt like, but
Yeah.
they're just playing solid. So I mean, what do you got for me in this game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a kind of a must-win for the Bucks coming off a bye week. Like, if they came out of the bye week and still look like they've looked, that's pretty bad news for them. I don't know. I still just get a really weird vibe from the Bucks. I don't believe in them when it comes playoff time. Um, yeah, I could see them getting beat by pretty much any team in the playoffs. Even like a even if they somehow, I don't know if it's possible, if they somehow matched up with, if Washington won the NFC East, I could see them beating them. Like the Bucks just seem like they're coasting, and I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, one thing to say, and to me, I kind of expected this, maybe not others, but like Tom Brady has struggled throwing the deep ball
Yeah.
a lot this year, and kind of, people that like kind of are surprised by it's kind of like he didn't really throw a lot of deep balls in New England. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of like short, like midfield passes, like nothing like super deep, Edelman across the middle, stuff like that. But yeah, so he struggled to throw the deep ball, and when you're playing, and when it comes playoff time, sometimes that can be good, sometimes that can be bad, depending. But like if they run into a like high-powered offense, they're not going to be able to keep up with them. You know what I mean?
So they don't have a great run game either.
Yeah, the run game's kind of been iffy this year. It's had its moments, but so yeah, it'll be interesting. Like you said, I could see Washington, going out and handling them, especially with that defense and getting pressure on Brady. But the Vikings, I mean, another thing too, Dan Bailey missed all 4 of his kicks
Oh
in
my
the
God,
game.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he missed 3 field goals and an extra point. I mean, at some point, and they only lost by 12, so like it kind of knocked them out the game by them not converting on those.
Oh my God.
That's probably the worst kicking performance I've seen.
Maybe one of the worst ones of all time.
Like 0 for 4, yeah. Like usually like people have missed like 3 field goals, but they usually had made one or so. Like 0 for 4 on 3 field goals and an extra point.
What do you say when you go back to the locker room? Just like, my bad. Like, what do you say?
I don't know. I haven't heard if he got cut or not, but
because he was automatic in Dallas. He was good.
Yeah, he was good, and it's kind of funny. I feel like Minnesota always has kicking problems.
They do. They
always got kicking problems.
Yeah.
So like,
that's sad, man.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, that's bad. But the Buccaneers, they stay in the wild card. Vikings, it's going to be hard to get back in it. But
what do the Vikings do, dude? I feel like they're always a letdown.
They got weapons. Obviously, they got Dalvin
Yeah.
Cook. They drafted Jefferson, who's been really good. He had a quiet game in this one, but then they also have Adam Thielen. They lost Diggs, who's really shown out in Buffalo,
Yeah.
like better than I expected. He had a big game this week, but Viking, they got pieces on defense. Like they got some like solid pieces. I don't know. They probably just got to draft some more defense. I mean, they're like, there's not much they can do. Like you got to stick with Cousins at this point. You paid him.
That
He's been
sucks.
okay this year. He's been okay.
Yeah, but
I mean, you're not drafting and saying like this is our next QB, like with a mid round pick. I don't think there's a QB out there that you're sold on that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know what the Vikings do, but they kind of just draft, get some more defense, maybe some, I don't know, O line, maybe another weapon, I guess.
maybe just every position.
Yeah, like just go out there and perform the best you can. I don't know. But moving on, Chiefs and Dolphins. Early on, you're like, okay, this is a really good game. They turned Mahomes over, I think, twice early in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes didn't look like himself early on. Like the two picks were kind of iffy throws.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, his receiver just dropped it and it got tipped or something like that. It was more like one of them, I think he overthrew it to a running back. He threw it like super high and then it got picked. But the Dolphins defense have I believe they created the most turnovers in the league this year.
Mm-hmm.
I know on our notes you said they remind you of Washington, which I think is a good comparison. How they just super gritty defense, offense is okay, but they end up still up 14-10 at half, and they just take off in the third quarter. They end up 30-10, and then obviously the Dolphins come back a little bit, but the Chiefs had already pretty much had the game handled, and it finished 33-27. The one thing with the Chiefs is it's kind of Mahomes is never down really. You know what I mean? Like usually if quarterback those two picks or something, you're kind of like, oh, like it's over. Like they're going to score. And then it's just like, he just turns that around quick and just boom, they're up at half. And with the Dolphins, I mean, their offense is okay. Like Tua had 300 yards, but part of that was simply because they're down. I know Devontae Parker, that's obviously their best weapon, but he got hurt in this game, but he has been terrible with Tua. Whenever Tua plays, he does not get the ball, ever. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Parker will have big games, but when you have Tua in, I don't know, he just doesn't throw to him. He throws to the tight end a lot and a lot of short passes, but their offense is just with Tua, it's okay, but I'm not sold on it. But another thing too that a lot of people don't probably don't talk about, their running backs have been hurt. Gaskins got COVID. Ahmad, who was playing solid, replacing Gaskins when he first got hurt, is hurt. And then they had Matt Breida is hurt. So they had DeAndre Washington playing lead back. And the only thing I remember from DeAndre Washington was in Oakland. He was our third down back. So yeah, he's a receiving back and kind of that change of pace. But so they had no run. They had no run game in this game. But yeah, what you got for me on this game?
Yeah, I think they just need to get Tua some help in the draft. I mean, receivers, running backs should be their primary focus because, like you said, I mean, their defense is really good. It's really good. They're gonna. I mean, I don't know what the playoff race is looking like now, but they'd be one of those teams you're not really trying to play in the playoffs. So just a really good defense, but. I don't know. I mean, Tua's been looking better, which is good. I mean, we got to remember this man's come back from an injury as well, and it's his rookie season with a very a weird off season. So
yeah, and they don't have the best weapons either. Parker's solid. I actually like Gaskins a lot, to be honest.
I do too.
He's just been hurt, but he's kind of been hurt. But he was good when he was playing. But the other weapons, you're not really sold. I know they actually have another receiver hurt. I forget his name. He got hurt, so they're down to their third, fourth receivers now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, they need weapons. They need to get him some help. And that pick by what's his name? Was it Howard? The
Yeah.
one-handed one in the end zone, that was nasty.
That was wild.
I heard they said something like he had a pick in like the last like 5 games or something like that. Like,
Dude, he's a
that's
baller.
crazy. Yeah, their defense is something special. But for the Chiefs, I mean, they're leading the NFL in record now. The Steelers obviously dropped, so it's gonna be tough. Next up, your favorite quarterback. We got Broncos and Panthers. Drew Lock.
Dude, not my favorite. That man is garbage.
What? He threw 4 touchdowns this week.
I don't care, dude. This man is I don't know what he be doing, but I don't know.
You don't like his dances?
No, I don't like his dances, man.
I mean, this man had 4 touchdowns.
Okay.
In the game.
Congrats.
He deserves to dance.
Okay, yeah, no, he can dance after this one. I don't know, man.
He can't dance when he throws a 2-yard pass for.
No. This man dug in after a
2-yard pass on 3rd and 20.
For real. Like, hey.
No, but the Broncos, I mean, this is another game they pretty much handled, and then the Panthers came back towards the end, but they were up 25-10 at one point. Like I said, Drew Lock threw 4 touchdown passes. He threw 2 deep ones to KJ Hamler. I believe who only had those 2 catches for 2 touchdowns. So
solid game.
but yeah, not much to talk about in this game. I mean, Broncos and Panthers they're both like mid-level mid of the pack of the NFL.
Remix.
I don't know what to say about them. They're mid-tier, but they're not mid-tier good. They're mid-tier bottom.
They're not good. Yeah.
Below average. There we go. Low
Panthers need McCaffrey back, man.
Yeah, that sucks to see. He's been out like all year. I think he came back and then got hurt again. So, and the Broncos, I mean, I don't know. This game's not much to talk about.
Yeah, I don't really.
Drew Lock threw 4 touchdowns. That's what you talk about in this game. 2 bombs to Hamler. Panthers, they need McCaffrey back. They're not good without him. And they both suck. There we go.
Yep.
Speaking of sucking, Texans and Bears. The Bears just mollywhopped the Texans.
Dude.
The Texans have they had Brandon Cooks is out. Will Fuller suspended. Watson has no help. When I'm watching this, when they show this game on Red Zone, every time they show it, it's just Watson fighing for his life. Like,
you seen that meme of the dude throwing to himself in front of him catching it? I'm like, he's about to have to start doing that.
No, but he got sacked 6 times. They had no run game. I mean, that Chad Hansen, that was his best receiver again this week.
Chad.
He had another game off the practice squad. He's had his 2 best games last couple weeks. Trubisky though had a solid game, 3 touchdowns. I mean, Montgomery early on broke an 80-yard touchdown run, and Allen Robinson had a good game. But outside of that, there's not much. Like, the Texans are bad and they don't have the draft pick. We talk about this every week. The Bears, they're 6-7. They're still in the hunt, kind of, but
dude, they get blasted if they get in the playoffs. I'll let you know right now. The Bears suck, dude. I do not like Trubisky at all.
Damn.
Like, bro, the Texans are trash. Congrats. He had a good game versus the Texans. Like, bro, he goes up against the Chiefs. Mahomes, literally.
No, don't say that. They're not going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. NFC. What if they went to the Super Bowl? Dude, they wouldn't be allowed to get Mitch a ring. No, but for real, I don't know who they would play in the playoffs, but they're both of these teams are kind of on the same level as like the Panthers Broncos, but they're just in worse situations.
I'll say the Bears are a little better.
Dude, no, their quarterback situations.
Their defense is better than the Panthers, though.
Oh, it is, but
that's what I'd give it to them.
But the Texans, I feel so bad for Watson. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about each team.
The Bears 6-7.
Dude, I don't care. That's because they got lucky. Like, early in the season, the defense really was going crazy.
They got defense.
But even then, I mean, they played the Texans. I don't know if they play next week, but
yeah, the Texans got smacked. This game was over at half.
Yeah,
it was over before half. Low key. Next up, though, Cardinals and Giants. I mean, this is just another game. The Cardinals just handled them 26-7. I mean, the Giants. Daniel Jones is just out there just doing nothing.
They're just doing nothing.
Like, I don't know. Like, he was 11 for 21, 127 passing yards, and he got sacked 6 times. And
We could have done that, dude.
I don't know. Yeah, like what? Like, I know in the notes you said it's like Daniel Jones, the QB of the future. I literally think they have Daniel Jones because he looks like Eli Manning.
Dude, no, because they were like family friends and stuff. That's literally why they got him.
Like they literally like he looks like like when I see him play, he looks like the New York Giants quarterback.
Typical
Eli
like prototype,
Manning.
yeah.
Like Eli Manning, like
dude.
And he's not good either. So
and they had a high pick on him, so
I don't know. And a lot of people actually don't, because I'll say this: he did have good moments last year, actually.
Yeah, no,
When
he's
they
not
brought
bad.
him in, like he had good moments last year. This year, not so much. I mean, his best moment was probably that 80-yard run when he fell. That's probably his best moment.
Oh my god.
He was gone though. He was gone, and
he's
tripped.
cruising, and he's like, "Whoa, I'm not supposed to be doing this."
I'm not supposed to be moving this fast. They said he was like running faster than Lamar Jackson on any run.
Dude, if they clocked him faster than Lamar, that would be wild.
They did.
Oh, are you serious? Like the miles per hour?
Yes. That's why he fell.
What the hell?
He was moving. But yeah, a lot of people don't talk about like, a lot of people are quick to talk about Darnold and Trubisky, but not a lot of people, I feel like, talk about like the Giants moving on from Daniel Jones. And the Giants, I don't know, like their defense has been good this year.
Their defense is solid, yeah.
Surprisingly, they don't have Barkley, obviously, but they need weapons. I mean, they need weapons, but at the same time, like Evan Ingram's a pretty good tight end.
They need some receivers, though, man.
Yeah,
you can't rely on Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, I mean, they're not good weapons, but they're not the worst weapons.
That's why I'm concerned, because he hadn't really been doing much with what he's got. He's got a solid defense. Yeah. He's got a solid offense.
Like they're not 100. They're not like the Patriots receivers right now.
No,
like Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton's he was actually doing really good at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, they're better off there.
Sterling Shepard was hurt at the beginning of the year, but he's been okay. And then Golden Tate, I mean, he's older, but like they're not like just garbage receivers.
No,
they probably got better weapons in Miami. Obviously, the Jets, the Patriots, like but they could use like a number one receiver. That's for sure. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't know if Daniel Jones is it, and I don't know if you want to draft. Like I don't know if you draft one, and I also don't know if you take like a Trubisky or one of them. I don't know what they do. It's kind of tough.
Man, Daniel Jones and Trubisky, I would
riot.
You can't do that. If that was my.
You'd have to maybe like try to get a veteran like
Mike Lennon.
No. I don't know. Like maybe like how like Phillip Rivers left. Like they need something like that. I don't know who it would be though.
Like a Stafford, dude.
Yeah, but that's not happening.
That'd be cool.
Maybe like a Dak.
Shut up. Okay, like a John Gruden, huh? You want John to come play QB? Yo, but I think they just, for Daniel Jones, they just gotta like wait out his contract, because again, he's not too bad, he's not too great, but I don't think you can move on this quickly.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you get like a vet, and then you're saying you're drafting one eventually.
Yeah.
But like you don't go like try to get a Darnold or a Trubisky. Like it's the same thing.
It's the same damn thing.
Yeah, exactly. So be interesting. Cardinals though, they need this win bad, and now they're in the playoff hunt. And for the Giants, it kind of hurt them because Washington handled business. So it's gonna be tough for the Giants. I mean, it's not a big deal because they suck regardless. They shouldn't be in the playoffs. It's sad that we're even talking about them being in the playoffs.
Wow, that's nice. Anyways,
next game. I mean, Dallas and the Bengals. I mean, the game of the week. I mean, this was the game that everyone was watching on Sunday. They wanted to see Dallas versus the Bengals. And the Cowboys handled this game. The defense looked solid.
Yeah.
Looked solid. 30-7. Cowboys win. The Bengals, no Burrow, no chance.
Dude. They suck without Burrow.
It's that simple. I mean, talk to me, man. This is your team. I want to hear what you think, man.
Yeah, man. Even if we did have Burrow, it'd be the same damn thing. So I don't really care.
I mean, if they had Burrow?
Yeah, even if they had Burrow, we had Burrow. It doesn't matter. We'll go out and just play, man. This is a team of underdogs. I'm just playing. I don't know what I'm saying, but um, yeah, I mean, this is what we had to do, dude. If we lost to the Bengals with what the hell is his name, Brandon Allen, I probably would. I'd have to move cities.
I believe he
Um,
got hurt too, right?
he did, and they brought
Yeah.
out Ryan Lindley, but
Who?
I don't know. Ryan Lindley.
Is that like a football brand?
Ryan Lindley. Yeah. But Dallas, we need Dak back, man. Ooh, hold on. Dak back. He'll bring us back. No, but I don't know. I mean, we say the same thing every is Mike McCarthy kind of sucks, man.
No, all right.
We
At some
def
point, we
no,
can't.
no. We're keeping Mike. I don't think he's a problem. I'm joking, but our defense, dude, the coordinator amongst Dallas blogs, Cowboys blogs, blogging the boys. I've been reading. Our defensive coordinator for sure got to go, dude, because we have way too much. Our defense isn't terrible. Like, we got talent. Like, we were talking last year, Jalen Smith and Vander Esch were like one of the best linebacking duos, and now they're garbage. So we got to talk about our defense, but I think Dak being back will help. I mean, this is just a last year, so I think depending on what pick we get, we got to go defense. I mean, we don't need no weapons.
Yeah, you guys have
offense.
weapons. Yeah, you guys have
and
weapons.
need the O line to get healthy. That's hurt us a lot. Having three Pro Bowlers out sucks.
Yeah, I mean, with no Dak, obviously the year was lost cause. You guys have the weapons. I mean, I think I will say I think it was overhyped, obviously. But at the beginning of the year, people were saying the Cowboys have like the best weapon, blah 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 blah. Like they're really good weapons, but like people just all of a sudden start saying Michael Gallup's all of a sudden the fucking next best receiver.
Maybe he might. Yeah. Dude, he's got the red rifle thrown to him. What do you mean?
No,
bro?
I'm saying he's good, but like
I know. I'm playing.
he's not. I'll say one thing: he's not Chris Godwin. Like you got to have Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin, or Amari Cooper, C.D. Lamb, and Michael Gallup. Like that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it is. Amari.
But people at the beginning of the year, I mean, maybe I just know too many Cowboys fans. They're like, oh man, like, I mean, we got C.D. Lamb, like he's the best receiver, and then we got Michael Gallup. Like after last year, man, like he's next.
Hey, dude, shut up. Enough.
Andre Hopkins.
I get it, dude.
My bad. That was a little rant.
I've been talking to these dumbass Cowboys fans, and I'm like, jeez, all right, man.
All right, no, but they're definitely good receivers, and they're probably top. They're top 5 weapons probably in the NFL. But what I was going to say, I don't know. But yeah, they suck.
All right, cool.
No, but yeah, once they get Dak back, like their offense will be fine. Obviously, it was really good at the beginning. It was good at the beginning of the year. They just didn't have no defense at the beginning of the year. So,
dude, watching football really isn't like
that fun whenever your team sucks, you know? Like I really didn't even want to watch the game, but I put on my jersey.
What jersey you wear?
I got Zeke.
He's been terrible.
He hasn't been terrible, dude. Hey, do you see the offensive line he's running
No,
behind?
I know. I'm just saying though, like he's been terrible.
He hasn't been terrible, dude. You can't blame him for. He's been bad.
I'm not blaming him. That doesn't mean he's been good.
But
I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm just saying he hasn't been good. Anyway, speaking of terrible,
the Raiders
suck right now.
Yeah, F the Raiders.
I don't know what happened. Now, I will say this.
All right, get it out the way.
At the beginning of the year, because coming into the year, I'm thinking our defense is like, if you look at our defense, you're like, I'm not sold on their defense. And they were out balling at the beginning of the year. But now our defense is ass. They're just ass now. Their defense is just ass. They're running. The culture, the first half, they were throwing all over us. T.Y. Hilton had 2 touchdowns early. And then
T.Y. Hilton's been terrible.
No, the crazy thing is, he was good last week. But the crazy thing is, I feel like, as a Raider fan, I remember every time we play the Colts, T.Y. Hilton just kills us.
Why? Dude?
I don't know. I don't even remember the last time we played them. But I might have to look it up. T.Y. Hilton versus the Raiders, and he just kills us every time. Like, it's bad. But The first half, they're just throwing all over us. Then all of a sudden, Jonathan Taylor's running all over us. Our offense can't keep up. Like, our offense had a solid game, like 27 points, but our defense was just getting mollywopped. And I don't know. Like, I don't know. Derek
They
Carr.
fired their defensive coordinator right after the game, right? Or
Yeah,
was that last week?
it was this week, last week, doesn't matter. Our defense sucks. We gave up like 40-something to the Falcons. Our team sucks right now.
Dude,
And obviously the Colts are good, but like
but not they ain't putting
the
up
Falcons
44.
are putting up numbers on us. Like,
So what's going
Josh
on,
Jacobs.
man? Y'all
What's
were
going
in the
on?
playoff hunt.
Well, no, this is what happened. This is
No.
where it started. This week started bad because Josh Jacobs out here trolling. First of all, I'm a Josh Jacobs fantasy owner, and he puts out on Instagram that he's not playing. So I get an ESPN alert saying, "Oh, Josh Jacobs said he's not playing." Announces on Instagram he's not playing. So I'm like, "Damn, it's fantasy football playoffs, and it's the 1:00 game on the West Coast, so that means it's the late games." So I'm like, I already had him at my flex because he was questionable, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So he's saying he's not playing. Then all of a sudden, I get another ESPN alert saying Josh Jacobs might have been trolling. He's warming up for the game, and I'm just stunned at this point. I'm just stunned. I don't know who to play. But I just roll with Jacobs, and he still only got me 10 fantasy points. But
No,
that's
what's
where it
going on
started
with the Raiders, not your fantasy team, dude.
that's the
like,
problem.
well,
That's what I'm
thing
saying, though.
is-
That's what's going on that's what's going on with the Raiders. Our star running back is worried about trolling his
That's
fantasy
true.
owners on Instagram before a game. Like, that's his word, bro. He's like, we're playing the Colts today. We need this win to stay in the wild card hunt. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna troll my fantasy owners. Like, what?
that is wild.
I was stunned, man. I was stunned. But yeah, we suck right now. The Colts, they win. Obviously, they're probably gonna guarantee a wild card spot. And I don't feel like talking about this anymore. So
Woo!
dude,
Cowboys
shut
get a
up.
statement win, and the Raiders suck. Let's
That's
go.
fine because the Cowboys still suck. They're 4-9. Anyways, the Jets at the Seahawks. Speaking of sucking,
Speaking of sucking,
the Jets suck. The Seahawks won. The Seahawks
That's
won.
it. Let's just keep moving.
No, wait. I gotta announce the Jets suck and the Seahawks win 40-3.
Oh my god,
Yeah, next game.
dude.
No. Hold on, tell me. This is how bad the Jets are. The Seahawks brought in Geno Smith against them.
Dude, Geno Smith was torching him, huh? Dude, he got drafted by the Jets, didn't he?
That's my point. And I forgot Geno Smith was even in the NFL, the
I
backup
did
quarterback.
too.
And he's in Seattle. You gotta play versus his old team. You feel like 4 for 5, whatever.
Oh, that's the comeback game nobody's talking about. Geno versus Jets. Geno and the Jets. Hey.
All right, next game, Packers. They pretty much handled this week is the same, like it's the same games. Like the team gets up a solid amount and then the other
Sick
team
of it.
kind of makes it look. But they didn't get up that much, but they got up 2 scores. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, another good game, 3 touchdowns, 290 yards, and Devontae Adams, 7 catches, 115 yards and a touchdown. It's kind of the story of the Packers season. They win the game. They're 10-3. I'm mad because I have Aaron Jones on my fantasy team, and they keep giving Jamal Williams the ball. But the Packers win, and to be honest, all to talk about this game, the Lions still suck. And number 2,
a rough start to your day. Why are you so angry?
and number 2, I mean, what do we think? Aaron Rodgers, can he get the MVP now? That Mahomes had a bad game and Rodgers still had a good game.
Mic check. Nope. No, I still think. I don't know.
It's
The
close
MVP
now.
is so
It's
weird,
close now.
though.
It's close now.
No, it's super close. It's literally gonna come down these last 2 weeks.
So because it was obviously Mahomes before this week because his touchdown to interception ratio was crazy, and obviously he has him in yards and stuff. But like, I think the touchdown to interception ratio might be close now. Obviously, 3 picks is a lot. And it's not like Aaron Rodgers had a lot of picks on the year, so it makes it closer. Obviously, Mahomes is going to have him in yards.
Yeah.
But these last couple weeks, I think it's close now. It's Mahomes or Rodgers, though. It is Mahomes or Rodgers.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think it's very close. I don't know. I think the Packers are playing great. They clinched the NFC North, right? I'm kind of worried about them in the playoffs. It's kind of the same situation with the Steelers. They let teams stick around too long, and in the playoffs, that's not going to work. Like doing what they do versus the Saints or whatever other NFC teams are. Like they gotta figure something out. They haven't had any wins like super decisive wins. I don't feel like, and that's not great.
Yeah, and the one thing right now, they're tied with the Saints for the best record in the NFC,
Oh
10-3.
wow,
So they could actually
that's big time, man.
get that first round bye, and only one team gets it this year. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even know that.
And as for the Lions, I mean, I got a question for you. Would you rather be a Lions fan or a Panthers fan?
Panthers, yeah, absolutely a Panthers fan.
Why?
Because like Lions, like they've had Barry, they've had Megatron, they've had Matt Stafford for 23 years. Like, dude, there's no like hope there. What the Panthers are like, oh, we got McCaffrey, Mike Davis is balling. We got, Teddy
That's it?
Bridgewater.
No, that's it. It ends
They
after
got
McCaffrey.
solid receivers. They got.
Ooh,
You're breaking up, dude.
who's their solid
I don't remember their names. DJ Moore. That's DJ Moore is one of them.
receiver?
Curtis
I don't
Samuel,
remember their
right?
name. Oh yeah, not
I'm
that.
just saying they look good on the field. And they're
They look
playing
good.
good.
They look good in the blue.
Yeah, the boys in blue, man. No, and yeah, I definitely would rather be a Panthers fan.
I don't know. maybe Adrian Peterson turn the clock back, and I'll
turn back the clock.
Be a Lions fan.
AP.
All right, next up though, we got Washington and Niners,
Yeah.
and Washington's defense carried in this game. They had 2 defensive touchdowns. Chase Young was going crazy. Chase Young was going crazy. He was going crazy.
Defensive rookie of the year, dude.
He had that touchdown, that fumble recovery, I believe it was.
Recovery.
He
also forced a fumble.
Yeah, he forced a fumble, and then he had that one sack where he like dropped in coverage and he just rushed him.
Yeah.
Like, that man is just such an athlete. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, then they had a pick 6 as well. The Niners, I mean, they've been okay for what their season's been with injuries and stuff like that. But Washington defense, man, it's great. It's fun to watch. They're fun to watch defensively.
They're super fun to watch. Like whenever there's a good defense and they're just dominant, it's so much fun to watch because you can just tell they got that swagger and they're just moving different and hustling different. But I've heard a lot of like comparisons to Washington and the 49ers when they made it to the Super Bowl, which I kind of agree with. They got a really good defense and a okay offense and a solid head coach. I think they're going to be a problem in the playoffs, to be honest with you. But props to the 49ers. With all the injuries they've had, to have a season like this and not be completely trashed, I feel like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I don't remember if Alex Smith this game. I mean, he had a terrible game. I don't know if he got benched.
He got injured.
He got hurt.
Mm-hmm. So Haskins came in.
Yeah, Haskins came in. I've seen that. So I don't know. I don't trust their offense enough, to be honest. I mean, Gibson got hurt last week. I don't know when he's going to be back. McLaurin's been quiet lately, but their defense is great. I could see them win like a round. I don't see them winning 2 rounds, to be honest, in the playoffs, depending on who they play too. So
yeah.
Like I said, with the Niners, they just got to hope they get healthy, try again next year. And I don't know. They got to figure out Garoppolo too, because I don't know if he's it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But moving on, we got the Falcons and Chargers. I mean, this game, it was kind of funny because like they just both suck. They're like the stuff they do in the game, you're just stunned. Like I know before halftime, it was the Chargers ball, and they're in field goal range. I forget what happened. They did something. Oh, I think they threw it right, or no, it was like 3rd and 2 or something like that. It was 3rd down or 2nd down, whatever. And they didn't get the first down. It was 3rd down. They didn't get the first down. I think they ran it or something. They didn't get the first down, so they had to rush the field goal crew down on the field. But instead, they were going to go spike it. But it was like 4th down or something like that. And there was like 15 seconds, and it was just like a complete chaos. They didn't know what they're doing. And then the time just runs out. They could have easily got a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem was Herbert was supposed to, I think, throw it, and he like audible to a run, and they run it, don't get the first down, so they can't spike it. And then they're going to spike it or run a play on fourth down, and then the field goal crew's like, and it just makes sense for the Chargers, like they just don't know what they're doing. But they win the game literally because Matt Ryan throws a pick with 36 seconds left. It would have went to overtime, but he threw a pick with 36 seconds left, and it put the Chargers in field goal range to hit a field goal as time expired. Matt Ryan had 3 picks in the game. And these two teams just suck. You got anything?
Yeah, it's just two teams that suck that I don't feel like they shouldn't suck. Like they're too good to be this bad.
Especially the Falcons.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I know
offensively, like,
Julio's been hurt, but still,
yeah,
you
they
got
sucked before you got hurt.
Ridley's a ball. So for the Falcons, it's almost like, I mean, they're still tied up to Matt Ryan for what, another 1 to 2 years, and he's still not terrible. But it's like, do you trade Julio at this point before his trade value starts to decline? I don't know. I mean, you got to do something. Are you just about to waste this man's career and not getting anything like in return for a trade package? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, really, really good. Russell Gage probably threw the best pass of the game, actually. He threw a dime.
He did.
He threw a dime. Like, that was a dime. I was like, oh my goodness. Maybe they should try him at quarterback.
Maybe something.
And Matt Ryan can, like, go be the
long snapper. Yeah.
Oh, long snapper might be a good one.
We saw he's built like a long snapper, so that might be good.
No, yeah, but they got to figure something out because the Falcons are just disappointing, man. Every year it's like you look at the roster, you're like, man, they got talent. Their offense is going to be really good, and they just not good. And Chargers, I mean, they still have Herbert, so he's young.
Got hope.
Keenan Allen's really good. They got hope. Like, they got a young receiver, Mike Williams, and their defense, they got Bosa. So they're they got some pieces we're happy about. Falcons, I mean, they're older, but they're just disappointing. I don't know. Next up, though, Sunday Night Football. This was 2 top teams in the AFC, Steelers and the Bills. And I'm going to be honest, man, the Steelers' offense looked really good at the end of the year. Their offense looks not very good right now. Ben Roethlisberger threw 2 picks, threw 21 for 37. They had no run game. The Bills, I mean, Josh Allen, okay game. Stephon Diggs had a crazy game, though, 10 receptions, 130 yards, and a touchdown. That's back-to-back for the Steelers now, losing to the Bills and Washington. And the Steelers have known they've had an easy schedule this year. So they've lost to 2 teams that, I mean, it's tough to say because we're saying 2 playoff teams, but Washington really shouldn't count as a playoff team based on the record. So, but that's back-to-back for the Steelers. I mean, you worried about the Steelers? It's like,
I mean, I don't know if I've been saying it all year, but I've always had this feeling since, I mean, you know, they've been like kind of 2-3-0. I'm not going to say since before the season started, but I just didn't completely believe in them, and it's showing. Just they have no run game. Their offense, like receivers, are just dropping passes. Ben Roethlisberger looks kind of iffy, and that's going to be a problem in the playoffs if their offense continues to look like that, because their defense can't carry them if they're looking like that. And even on their defense, they've had injuries. So I don't know. It's looking rough. The Bills, that's a really good win for the Bills.
Yeah, and that was the thing with the Steelers, because at the beginning of the year, everyone was loving the receivers. I mean, obviously you got Juju, but Chase Claypool was going crazy. And I still think he's good, but then you got Johnson and James Washington, like, wow. And then you got Eric Ebron. Like, you're looking at their weapons, and you're like they're balling. And then their defense was probably one of the best in the league. And then obviously they have injuries, but they just looked disappointing recently. Very disappointing. And they could lose in the first round, especially in the AFC.
1,000%.
Like, in the AFC, it's going to be tough. Like, you're playing either, like, probably the Colts. I mean, Ravens might sneak in there. Browns, I mean, their run game.
All 3 of those could beat them. Yeah,
like, it could be tough. I mean, they probably, to be honest, would most likely want to play the Ravens.
The Ravens, 100%.
If anyone. So, it'll be interesting to see them moving forward. I think the Chiefs pretty much got the bye in their hands. It will be interesting after this week because they do play the Saints, so that'll be a good one. But I don't see the Chiefs losing. And the Steelers, I don't know. It's kind of bad because it sucks. I mean, they've had an easy schedule, like I said, but it's always tough when you see a team that is playing well and they kind of just like peak too early and then they just start going downhill. It's like,
Yep.
wow. Compared to a team that's kind of not showing it and they peak at the right time and ride the momentum. But we finally get to the game of the week. Ravens at Browns, Monday Night Football. This was a great game. High scoring, 47-42. Ravens pull it out, but this game was crazy. The Ravens went out and played like they needed a win, which is, I mean, they needed it bad. They needed it bad because they've lost, 2 straight or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to play like that, man.
Yeah, they played with urgency.
All right, coach. Urgency.
Lamar had 2 rushing touchdowns, 124 yards. And the moment of the game.
Poopgate.
What?
Poopgate. That's what they're calling the game, man. Like the Flakegate, Poopgate.
Yeah, no one knows what happened, bro. But pretty much the Ravens, they're down 1, right? Yeah, they're down 1. And they have their backup in.
I don't know who the hell that was.
Yeah, it was 3rd down. And he gets hurt. And Lamar's nowhere to be found. And all of a sudden you just see him running from the locker room for a 4th and 5.
Yo, that was wild.
4th and 5. Like I said, they say he was cramping.
Yo, that was like a movie scene. I wish there was fans in the stadium. That would have been wild. Him running back.
Like Lamar's hurt all of a sudden. This is a game they have to win. And all of a sudden Lamar Jackson's out. You have your backup in, and all of a sudden, whatever it is, he's not hurt no more. And all of a sudden he comes in and he's like, on 4th and 5. On 4th and 5, he comes in and throws the touchdown pass to take the lead. But the Browns actually come down and score, tie the game, and then Lamar comes back and leads them into field goal range. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. That was wild. If you would have told me like the game of the year would have been like the Browns and the Ravens earlier in the season, I'd be like, hell no. But yeah, I mean, they're 2 playoff teams. Hopefully they both make it in. Yeah, I don't really know what to take away because it's like neither team. I mean, they both just played really well. So there's not like a ton of negatives. It's just you hope they can both continue to play like that. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun game. It was wild.
Yeah,
it was a high running game. What was it, like 6 rushing touchdowns?
Something like that. The Browns had 4, and the Ravens had 9 rushing touchdowns.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, Browns had 4, Ravens had 9. Yeah, total. It's crazy. But I mean, for the Ravens, they still can't pass the football very well. So
that's the rough thing. Yeah.
I don't know. But let's look into next week. It's not looking like the best, but
I was going through looking for best games. Like, I guess this.
Our first game. I mean, there's a couple. This one should be good. Seahawks versus Washington. That'll be a good one for Washington to see. The Seahawks, obviously, they're finally got a win versus, the Jets, so it's not really saying much, but maybe they can use that as momentum. Washington, obviously, it'll be fun to see their defense against Russell Wilson and them. I want to see like Chase Young just line up against Metcalf one time and just guard him straight up.
That'd be wild. Yo, if Washington beats the Seahawks, I don't know, man.
You don't know what? That's
just crazy, man. They've had a damn good 3-game stretch. What?
Yeah, no, yeah. It'll be crazy, but I don't know. Is Alex Smith gonna play?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter, dude. With that defense, you gotta have anybody playing, man.
Yeah, no, this should be a fun game though. Defense versus offense. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. I mean, it does, but not this week.
A lot better, yeah. That's all right.
Eagles and Cardinals.
So I marked this one mainly
Yeah,
because
you're
hold on.
terrible.
I think it's gonna be interesting seeing how Hurts plays again. And then also for the Cardinals, they they need this win big time. So I think it'll be if we go through the list, there's not a lot of better options. So I picked this one because I think it could be fun for kind of a couple reasons. Not like the best damn game you've seen in your life, but interesting to see Hurts and the Cardinals kind of have to win this. So
Wait, did we miss the Eagles game last week? Did we not put on the list? Who'd they
oh
play?
yeah, shoot,
Who'd they play? Or did they might have had a bye?
No, because that was Hurts first week.
I'm stunned. Oh, the Saints. We didn't talk about the Eagles versus the Saints, man.
Oh dear God,
The
yeah.
Eagles won.
Yeah.
Hold on, we gotta talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
The Hurts came in,
Yeah. Looked good.
won a game. Miles Sanders had a big 82-yard run, and they beat the Saints. I forgot about this game. What happened? We just forgot about it. I mean, the Eagles were up early. I remember the Eagles were up early.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 17-0 at half, and pretty much the Saints offense just didn't look good, to be honest, early on. They just couldn't get it going. And Hurts, I mean, he was making some plays.
He was escaping. He wasn't taking sacks, which is like the main knock on Wentz this season. He wasn't taking sacks and wasn't like throwing stupid interceptions.
And he had over 100 rushing yards.
Yeah, that's great as well. He looked good. I knew he would. He's just like a natural born leader, and he's just a good QB. So I mean, we'll see what they do with Wentz, but yeah, the Saints. That was
big for them because now they're tied with the Packers.
Yeah, I'm just confused. They have a rookie QB come in who hadn't started a game, and they have like one of the best defenses. They hadn't given up like 100 rushing yards in like 50 games.
And they
gave
like
up 240
something yards. Yeah. Yeah, but back to next week, anyways. Because the Eagles still suck. So
yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Eagles and Cardinals, like you said, that should be fun. One Hurts versus Kyler. The Cardinals need to start. Like they had a pretty good offensive week last week, but it wasn't that high power offense lately that we expected like early on in the year. But next game, this is the two top seeds, I believe, in each conference, Chiefs versus the Saints. Not gonna lie, I got the Chiefs in a landslide, but the Saints need this win bad because let's see who the Packers play this week. The Packers play the Panthers, and they handle business, and the Saints lose, which is very possible versus the Chiefs. The Packers take a game lead on that first round bye, like I said earlier. And that's tough. And it's kind of interesting, the Saints, like, is Drew Brees ever coming back? Like, it's kind of.
That's what I was about to ask.
No one talks about, like, he got hurt. Like, usually you hear, like, he's questionable this week, blah, blah. Drew Brees has just kind of been out. Like, it's Hill's team all of a sudden. I don't know.
I wonder if they're just waiting to the playoffs to make sure. Because if you come back too early and he gets hurt again and you don't have him in the rest of the playoffs, like, you're screwed.
Yeah, but I think it's tough to just throw him out there in the playoffs.
No, I know.
Like, they got to play him at least, like, last week or two.
Maybe that's what they're doing the last week because I haven't heard anything about him.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't heard anything come back like in the last couple of weeks. Like they stop talking about him.
And if they don't have him in the playoffs, it's a wrap.
Do they ever bring in Winston?
They should because Taysom Hill's a damn good player. Just, I mean, it's I don't know. He's not throwing dots across the field like and you're come kind of one-dimensional. I mean, it's either big play or running it. So I don't know. I don't know what they do.
Yeah, they definitely need that Eagles win though. And last game, I mean, you have Monday Night Football. Steelers have Bengals highlighted.
Yeah, dude. When you just start losing like that, you lose all confidence. I just highlighted it because I think it's a game they could lose.
You think they're going to lose?
No, I don't think they are. I said I think they can.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think there's a 0% chance they lose to the Bengals.
Dude,
the Bengals?
I think Brandon Allen can come in and put up the performance of a lifetime. They'll build a statue. They'll carry him off the field in a king's throne, dude.
All right.
Hey, I'm just saying, whenever you start losing like this,
Nah.
it's hard to.
Yeah, it's hard to get the momentum back. But it is the Bengals.
Yeah, no, I don't know what I'm thinking. I shouldn't have did that. Why do I do that? I was just picking games. Hey, if you look at the rest of them, they're not much better, man.
They're not much. The games next week are
not fun.
No, I got a good one actually. I got a good one. Bears and Vikings. They're both 6 and 7.
But who cares?
No, they're both 6 and 7. If you're looking at the wild card in the NFC, you have the Seahawks 1, the Bucks 2, the Cardinals 3. So both those teams are only a game behind the Cardinals.
But it's also like, who cares? You know, if they get to playoffs, they'll lose.
Okay.
I'd rather watch the Bengals than the Bears. Would you not?
No, I don't want to watch the Bengals about Joe Burrow, bro. I don't want.
All right. Well, that's all we got. We're going to record NBA on Friday, positional rankings, top players. We'll have a special guest, Lenny, and give our hot takes. I'll give a hot take to start. All right. Top 5 shooting guards. James Harden's not a top 5 shooting guard, dude.
What, do you have him listed at point guard?
No, he's number 6.
No, he's not, bro.
Yeah, he is, dude. I'm telling you, man. The Rockets look better without him.
What, in the preseason?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is the preseason. My fault. He's number 6. Some of that's a little bit of bias, but some of that's just the eye test. My time. I played shooting guard all throughout college. And
College what?
Hold on, let me finish.
No, college what?
Intramural gold division.
Gold division.
Dude, I was nice. I was nice. So what I'm saying is just the eye test, being a shooting guard myself. He's not a top 5 shooting guard.
And what?
Intramurals.
For how many years?
Huh? I was a redshirt freshman, so only 3. A redshirt intramural freshman. You got any hot takes, dude?
Redshirt intramural freshman. Okay, buddy.
Dude, give me a hot take, man. Come on.
A hot take. I haven't done my rankings yet.
Okay.
I gotta go do them. I might do them after this.
All right, do it after this. We're gonna do top 5 each position, top 10 overall, and record that Friday. And then we'll have a preseason recap.
I got it.
What's a hot take? Or even if it's top 10 overall players or positions, what is it?
I don't know. My hot take. I have to look. Like, I don't know.
It's all right. Just look. But
yeah, it's tough. It's all
right. We'll give the hot takes on Friday, though. We'll get a little bit of debates.
I'll definitely have a hot take. I just got to think of what it's going to be.
All right. Well,
Jamal Murray, best point guard in the NBA.
Hell no. Point guard? Are you really listening to him as a point guard?
Now he is.
Best point guard in the NBA?
Jamal
Dude,
Murray.
I thought, bro, we talked about this the other day. I thought you literally said, like, who's the best going this season. You really believe that?
Who, Jamal Murray?
Yeah. Over Luka?
Oh, over everyone.
Dude, all right. Wait till the Mavs play the Nuggets and Luka does a 360 dunk on Jamal Murray.
All right, bro.
All right. Let's end the episode.